Hey guys, Lily here, back with more great interviews for Hong Kong FinTech Week. I'm here speaking to Dara of Global Shares, and yeah, we're just going to get to know a little bit about what you guys are doing for with FinTech and this Ireland connection.
Sure, great,
Yeah.
nice to meet you.
So before we get started, just a little bit of background on you. Did you start off in finance? Did you start off in tech? Like, what led you on this journey?
Well, I'm on a bit of a different journey actually. I actually moved to Hong Kong about 2 years ago, but prior to that I was actually working in Shenzhen, so I was more involved in consumer electronics, supply chain management, brand building, and e-commerce really. So that was kind of my past experience, and about 2 years ago I moved to Hong Kong. Kind of started looking for a job here, and FinTech was obviously a very interesting space, so kind of ended up here in FinTech. It kind of builds a little bit on my background, my previous educational history, so it's kind of more kind of what I'm kind of accustomed to really, so it's good. Yeah.
So you said that when Global Shares was really looking to expand here into Hong Kong, you helped to lay the foundation and the groundwork for that, right? So
Sure.
What was that experience like?
Yeah, that might be putting it a little bit too flowery, but yeah, so kind of our company, it's an Irish company, was about 10, 12 years old. It was kind of based in Ireland, looking at the Irish and the European market and the US market. And obviously the last couple of years, the company started looking at Asia, going, well, there's big opportunities there. A lot of the cool tech companies, big unicorns, they're all coming out of Asia and China in particular now. So we kind of came over to explore, the company initially came over to explore the opportunity, and they kind of, after being on the ground for a little while, they go, right, yes, we need to set up office in Hong Kong. So they started to recruit here. Luckily, I kind of came across the ad. It was actually my mum back in Ireland came across the ad on my behalf and sent it on to me, and then I kind of applied and ended up getting the job here. So I'm just looking to set up the office. We've kind of set it up. We've hired a few people. We're actually working out of co-working spaces here at the moment, so it's very flexible and easy to grow a team. So that's great. So we're kind of building the team here. Initially it was kind of all more operations focused.
Yeah.
So we kind of spent the last year kind of just building up a skeleton operations team so that we have operations support in region for the clients once we sort of got them on board. And then kind of once we kind of got that in place, we started looking more at the business development.
Yeah.
And then we realized obviously that China has a lot of the big companies over there as well. So we've set up a Beijing office also. So we've got 4 people up there. So we set that up during the year. So that's a little bit more focus on operations also, but mainly on business development also. So we're kind of targeting clients in China, kind of out of our Beijing office. And we're also seeing a lot of traction in Japan.
Yeah.
So we have somebody, business development, back and forward to Japan. So no full-time office there, but looking to set up an office in Japan. Probably not this year, but early next year, I'd say, looking at that.
Yeah. So it sounds like things are going well for your global expansion and growth. So what is it that's like so special about Global Shares? What are you guys bringing that's new to FinTech?
Yeah. So I think our big competitive advantage, we have a lot of competitors in the space previously, but our big advantage is that we've developed a completely new software system. So a lot of our competitors work off some older legacy software. We don't think it's nearly as good as ours, so we think we have the industry-leading experience. Software platform. It's taken us kind of about 7 years to build it. We thought it might take about 2 years, but it's kind of taken 7 years. So it put a lot of effort into it, and we kind of went live with it in 2015. So we've kind of been gaining a lot of new clients and customers since. So it seems to be proving successful. Obviously, we have a little bit of regionalization and customization to do here in Asia, but we've kind of done a lot of that now in the last year. So overall, I think the software platform that we have developed is our big advantage, and is what differentiates us really from our bigger, more established competitors here in Asia.
Okay, then, and so for some of the uninitiated amongst us, can you break down what the Shares platform is? Sure.
So it's obviously shares, it's for company equity. So if you work for a company and your company gives you shares in the company, obviously it's done to incentivize you to stay with the company over a number of years, and also to help increase the company share price. So the simplest way to explain it is, I guess, the company gives the employee options to begin with. After a year or 2 years, 3 years, they vest. So then you can exercise your vested shares after those vesting periods, and then at the end of it you have company shares that you can sell on the open market when you want to. So
got it.
we help track the shares, or the options from the beginning, the vesting, all the way through, and ultimately the end you can sell your shares through our platform. So we also act as a broker.
I see.
Yeah.
I think I probably could have used you last time I was at a startup and I was trying to figure out how those shares work.
Oh, really? Well, there you go. Yeah, you should have come to us. Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Dara.
No problem.
It's really
Thank
great
you.
to see you here
Yes,
at Hong Kong FinTech Week.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
if people want to learn more about you guys, how can they do that?
Sure. Just check out the website, www.globalshares.com.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll be coming back at you with more interviews here at Hong Kong FinTech Week. Don't forget to hit that button to subscribe, and we'll see you again soon.